Welcome back, strangers. Do you know the true story behind the Christine car? There was a 1964 Dodge 330 that had 14 different owners, which each mysteriously died one after the next. So was the car really cursed, or what was going on? It all started in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, where the police department purchased a new cruiser nicknamed the Golden Eagle, a 1964 Dodge 330 LE. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. The car underwent the usual ins and outs of police work with Old Orchard cops on patrol. But that didn't last long. There seemed to be something strange about the car. 3 officers who regularly used the Golden Eagle on patrol ended up committing murder-suicides. After the 3rd police officer offed his family and himself, the police department decided to get rid of the car. They sold it at an auction. Eventually the car made its way into the hands of a local family known as the Allens, specifically into Wendy Allen's hands, a self-proclaimed sea witch. While many owners might take caution in inheriting a cursed vehicle, Miss Allen fully embraced the car for its gruesome history. Perhaps sensing her good intentions, the car has never caused her any harm. Local vandals, on the other hand, have fared much worse. A local church got word that the cursed Golden Eagle had been bought and was in the area. Concerned that the killer car may be possessed by a demon or otherwise possessed by dark forces, many of the more youthful and spiteful congregation members took it upon themselves to vandalize the Golden Eagle. The vandals all seemed to meet unpleasant and gruesome fates. One vandal was struck by an 18-wheeler and decapitated. Several other vandals were also killed in collisions with semi-trucks. One vandal was struck by an 18-wheeler and decapitated, while the other vandals were struck and killed by other semi-trucks. It's a pretty strange coincidence. One unfortunate vandal decided that it would be funny to deface the car, only to be struck and killed by lightning after the act. In the late 2000s, a local teenager went to visit the Golden Eagle. He was fascinated by the history of the cursed car. However, he later stabbed his family to death and set the house on fire, even killing his dog. Did this happen because there was already something dark and sinister about this young man, or did the Golden Eagle bring something out of him that caused it? While the real-life Christine seems to have killed those who wronged it, it's also been associated with unrelated deaths. At least 2 children have been struck by other cars, only to be thrown into the Golden Eagle and killed. There is something truly sinister about this car. Fed up with the presence of what they believed to be a demonic object in the town, members of the Old Orchard Beach Church decided to take action against the beast one night. Without permission, they stole and dismantled the Golden Eagle, selling various parts of it to other junkyards and chop shops in an effort to dispatch the presence of all its evil all at once. But that didn't hinder Wendy Allen. She tracked down the missing parts and brought the car back piece by piece until it was lovingly restored. Maybe this act is what the Golden Eagle needed, this love and attention. After Miss Allen's restoration of the car, it seems to have ceased its homicidal activities. In recent years, there haven't been any deaths associated with the car. However, it's also possible that after all this, the local vandals have stopped paying attention to the old car and have moved on to terrorizing other things about the town. The car does seem to enjoy causing minor mischief. The car does reportedly open its doors and trunks at random times, but right now it is currently refraining from killing again. What do you think? Do you believe that this 1964 Dodge 330 is the most evil car in America? While this story does seem to be too strange and spooky to be true, Maine is a place that is renowned for being close to the other world. Strange creatures are lurking in the woods. People are driven into madness by unknown forces. Violence and rumors of the occult have troubled the scenic state ever since it was incorporated in 1820. Stephen King has based so many of his works in this haunting state. Many of them are based on true facts, true stories, so there's no reason to think that this wouldn't have been the inspiration for Christine. I've been listening to all of Stephen King's books on Audible slowly, one by one. Usually I listen to one every 6 months. I listened to Christine and I really enjoyed it. What I've enjoyed most though was I really like Pet Sematary. That was narrated by Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter. One thing I've really learned about Stephen King is it's a lot spookier the older you get, especially the stories involving family like The Shining and Pet Sematary. Before when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I was on a Stephen King kick. You view the stories from the kid's point of view in the story, or at least the younger characters. Now that I'm a dad and you listen to the stories and you're like, man, if this was happening to me, the burden on protecting my family and figuring it out would all be on me. What would I do in this situation? Which is even more terrifying now that I no longer have a dad or someone to protect me. So it's all on you. What would you do in that situation? And that's haunting in itself. So this story about the real Christine, I don't think there's really any truth to this story. I think it's an exaggeration of what possibly happened to maybe an unfortunate car. I mean, the murder-suicides of the police are spooky. But the Wendy Allen does have a website that details the history of this car, and it's pretty unhinged. So if you Google her, the website she has claims that priests stole the car, and the FBI even had to step in. And a lot of people say it's fake, so you never know. Others claim that Wendy's a serial killer, and that she's using the car story to cover up her crimes. I don't think that's a very likely scenario, but that's a pretty good one if you think about it. Either way, she's using the car for her own publicity, so that makes me think another reason why it's not real. Even though I love the story, and I love the book Christine, it's definitely worth checking out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video for whatever it turns out to be. Let me know in the comments your top 5 Stephen King books or movies based on his work. My top 5, in no particular order because it's just the ones I'm going to think of. Actually, number 1 is The Green Mile. I like The Shining, I like Pet Sematary, I'll say Christine because it's one I can remembering. I need a 5th one. Salem's Lot. That's 5. Check them out. I did Misery recently too. Misery was decent, so bonus 1 Misery. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you guys. I appreciate you actually watching this video. If you're subscribed, please keep a watch out. I might release another video in a year or 2. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell button. I really appreciate like, comment, subscribe, do everything that you need to do. And as always, stay strange.